Before I get into this BBC News report that's actually talking about the Sunnah of the last and final message sent to mankind, Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessings be upon him. This is amazing. Now, I want to share a true story with you. A good friend of mine shared the story with me. It's a true story. Dr. Ahmed Sabil, when he had his baby, he said that the doctors came in and did these tests and the baby's blood sugar was really low. So they were getting ready to put all these injections in the baby. And what he did was, we have this, what we do when the baby's born, you recite the adhan. And the baby's ear, God is the greatest, God is the greatest. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. Ashhadu an la ilaha illallah. There's nothing worthy of worship except the creator of the heavens and earth, Allah, testifying that Muhammad is his messenger, and come to prayer, come to prayer, come to success, come to success. That's the adhan. And then you also have some other practices. But one of them here is the taking of the date. Look, the date and the natural sugars in the date and rubbing it inside of the baby's mouth. So Dr. Sabil Ahmed, he did this. He did it while everyone stepped out of the hospital room. So what happens next? They run back, they do all the tests, and then they come back, check the tests as they're about to go ahead and intervene because the baby's blood sugar is very low. Lo and behold, after Dr. Sabil Ahmed, after he did this sunnah of placing the date inside with the natural sugars in the baby's mouth, the blood sugar level went back to where it's supposed to be. It got regulated properly. Alhamdulillah. Now take it to what I wanted to share with you, that we know over 1400 years ago when a baby was born, the Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon it, made it his sunnah, his way to do this practice that we're doing today. Look at that. And we know in the sunnahs, there's barakah, there's wisdom. So now we have this BBC News report coming out saying that a dose of sugar given in a gel rubbed into the cheek of the baby is a cheap and effective way to protect premature babies against brain damage, say experts. Dangerously low blood sugar affects about 1 in 10 babies born too early. Untreated, it can cause permanent harm. Researchers from New Zealand testified that gel therapy in 242 babies under their care, and based on the results, say it should now be the first line of treatment. Their work is published in the Lancet. So, alhamdulillah.
Reasons of hypoglycemia in newborn. What is neonatal hypoglycemia? When the blood glucose levels in newborn babies get too low, the medical condition is termed as hypoglycemia. The sugar levels, aka glucose levels, decide if the rest of the organs of the body will function or not. In humans, glucose is the fuel that our cells need, especially in brain. In a neonatal, there are several reasons why hypoglycemia may occur. Hypoglycemia results in problems including a blue tinge to the skin, breathing problem, shaking, and trouble in feeding. What are some commonly known causes of hypoglycemia? There could be a single major cause or multiple causes creating this condition in a newborn baby. Here's some that you should know at all times. A malnutrition mother or a poorly fed mother during gestation. When mother has poorly controlled sugar levels, chances are the child will also have the same condition, severe hemolytic disease of the newborn. When the blood types of mother and baby do not match, in cases of tumor of pancreas in the baby, the insulin level in baby's blood are high. Certain birth defects also cause hypoglycemia. Certain hormone deficiencies or a congenital disease could be a cause, and they are known to run in the families. Birth asphyxia, when the baby is deprived of oxygen or oxygen levels are drastically low at birth. Liver diseases are one of the major cause of hypoglycemia. If the mother took sulfonylurea medicines during gestation, it could cause sepsis or other similar infections, leading to infections in the newborn baby. Common risk factors. Babies who have a higher chance to develop this condition might have the following risk factors. Mother has diabetes already. Growth retardation or small for the actual gestational age. Babies born with low birth weights, especially preterm babies. Babies born under high levels of stress are more susceptible to hypoglycemia. Mother treated with terbutaline give birth to babies with a higher risk of developing hypoglycemia. Babies are large for the said gestational age. Some of the symptoms of neonatal hypoglycemia: cyanosis or pallor, blue tinge to the skin and lips, Apnea, breathing stops, or fast breathing. Hypothermia, low body temperature. Poor muscle tone aka floppy muscles. No appetite. Lethargic with drastically reduced movement. Decrease in energy levels. Shakiness and seizures. High-pitched cry or wailing. How is this condition diagnosed at first? A simple glucose level test will give out results and show if there is any fluctuation in the levels. What are the common treatment methods for hypoglycemia? The treatment plan is devised by comparing the development of the baby with gestational age and baby's overall condition. Treatment could include giving the baby a fast-acting glucose source to reach normal levels quickly. It could be done by mixing glucose and water and feeding it as an early feeding. It is a simple formula that goes a long way. If hypoglycemia is severe or the baby's health is not up to the mark, intravenous interventions are done. Glucose is given with the help of IV line. The blood sugar levels are checked a couple of times after the treatment to keep an eye out for further fluctuations.